I went to church yesterday. I started going to this Episcopal church, and the gospel text was Mark 5:23 to 43. It's not a text I think about a lot or maybe ever, but it's the story of the hemorrhaging woman, the woman who for a number of years has had an endless period. And that story is sandwiched in between Jesus on his way to heal Jairus's daughter.
Mm.
And I was listening with new ears, but it was for me a revelation, right? And Pastor Janine kind of drew our attention to what all the pieces that were happening. So Jesus is on his way to heal this important rabbi's daughter, and in the middle of that story, this woman who would have been understood as untouchable, unclean, on the margin, touches his robe and is healed.
Mhm.
And feeling that healing power leave him, he says, who touches me? And he addresses her by calling her daughter.
Mhm.
And Pastor Janine says, daughter in that context would have meant beloved,
Mhm.
right? So this person on the margins, here he is on the way to one of the most important people's house. And he stops and he says, daughter, which is beloved, you have been made whole.
Mm.
He takes a moment.
Mhm.
He pauses. And then he goes on his way.
Mm.
And for me, that is the call
Mhm.
of our faith communities. It's not just about the most powerful or the most important. It's about everyone.
Mhm.
And pausing to be attentive to the everyone
Mhm.
all the time. Everyone is worthy in every moment. So that's kind of what I walked away with, right? Is and Howard Thurman talks about this in an essay he has on reconciliation, is the call for us to be open to love in each other and to allow love to flow from ourselves to another and from another to ourselves. That's how that moment, um, you know, that moment reminds me of what it is we need to be about as communities of faith. Where we've fallen short, I think, is getting caught up in sort of the politics and the culture of our day, in which an other is defined and is labeled as unworthy.
Mhm.
And we buy that as true.
Mhm.
And I think there's a need to kind of, my church is confessional, and there's a need to confess that we have fallen short
Mhm.
and come at it again.